Broadway in Chicago is back with another one, y'all. The critically acclaimed best-selling novel Water for Elephants comes to life on stage in this unique spectacle-filled musical. It's about a young man who jumps from a moving train to make a new home with a traveling circus. There he finds a life and love beyond his wildest dreams. There is puppetry, acrobatics, and circus stunt work. But here's the catch. You can only see it at the Nederlander from June 23rd to July 5th. So get your tickets now at BroadwayInChicago.com. The Museum of Science and Industry's Anne Frank The Exhibition is now open. The exhibition features a pioneering experience outside of Amsterdam to really immerse visitors in a full-scale recreation of the annex rooms where Anne Frank, her family, and 4 other refugees spent 2 years hiding to evade Nazi capture. It includes more than 130 original artifacts from the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam and is designed for adults and children ages 10 and older. All tickets include the exhibition audio guide in English and Spanish. Get your tickets today at griffinmsi.org. Today on CityCast Chicago, are you going to see Ye at Soldier Field this September? And we're also talking about a name change clinic on the South Side and our plans for Pride and Juneteenth weekend. It's Wednesday, June 17th. I'm Jacoby Cochran, and this is what Chicago's talking about. I am joined today by the dynamic duo. Anna Deshawn is back in the building. Anna, it's good to see you, my friend.
Family, good to be here.
We've also got Brandon Pope with us. Brandon, how you doing today?
Oh, yes, I am great. It is a beautiful day in the beautiful city of Chicago, Illinois. I'm loving it.
It does look good outside right now. After rainy days last week, some rain expected still this week. I'm going to take the sunshine whenever I can get it. Talking about the sunshine, I mean, it's a very active weekend ahead of us. Even with a fractured finger, I'm going to be outside at some point, if not all weekend. What y'all gonna be up to? Anna, what you getting into this weekend?
Well, it's Juneteenth, if you didn't know, people. And I have actually been so energized. Riding down my block, people have Juneteenth flags flying on my block. And I don't know if I've ever seen it in these numbers. I mean, from my house to my parents' house, a good 10 minutes away, I saw at least 4 or 5 homes that were flying Juneteenth flags. And I'm like, okay, y'all better be blackety black. Okay, right now in this moment, we need that. So that's one thing I'm excited about. First off, is see all these Juneteenth flags flying. I'm definitely going to go to DuSable because it's free. And I just don't believe you should be paying for Juneteenth celebrations in this moment. If a rooftop is free on any other Saturday, child, the way I'm not paying to go experience your rooftop on the day we supposed to be free. So I'm going to DuSable and hang out with the black people there. Yes.
Pope, what about you? What you gonna be doing this weekend?
Man, you know that feeling of going to TCBY? They got all them flavors and you just get really just overwhelmed. That's kind of what I am right now with the Juneteenth festivities. I don't know what to do. I'm leaning toward the free stuff. I know there's a block party in Hyde Park. In my head, when I think block party in Hyde Park, I think the nostalgia of like Silver Room and the Brew Fest or whatever they used to have. Would it be like that? Maybe. So I might pop over there. But then I'm like, the traffic because the Obama Center opening over there. Like, there's so much going on. So then part of me's like, maybe I just like go to the lake and just play some really black music out loud on North Ave Beach and disturb the peace a little bit. There's just so many options.
It's funny as hell, man.
The best of Frankie Beverly and Mays at North Avenue Beach. I mean, that sounds...
Introduce these folks to something new, desegregate a little bit.
I mean, there's plenty of events going on, like you said, between they got a Juneteenth parade and the Youth Olympics going down at Gately Stadium down in Pullman, which is free. And I think that's Saturday. Also on Friday, you got Shapes Fest that's going down to Navy Pier. I'm probably going to pop out to that at some point. That's going down from 5 to 9. It's the second annual festival. And so I know it's going to be back bigger and better. And then on Saturday, there's the Juneteenth Black Joyride, which is riding all the way to Salt Shed, where there's an event taking place that day. And so, yeah, like y'all said, it's pretty packed. In addition to Pride Festival happening, Anna, I know you're going to pop out. You've been prepping us for that for weeks at this point.
I just wanted everybody to know that Duran Bernard's in town, okay, at 2:00. And I'm going to be on a stage somewhere. So you should just come out and have a good old gay time, okay, because that's what it's going to be.
I love Duran Bernard. Good Cleveland guy right there. Look, that's going to be a good time for sure. I'm also trying to get on a boat. So if anybody got any last minute boat,
Black Yacht Weekend, you trying to get out there,
but affordably. Like,
it's this Wednesday, right? It's people hearing this on Wednesday, at the earliest. You still don't got a boat plan, and that's this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, they all got booked up in like January, December from all the out of towners, man.
I'm not getting on you. I literally reached out to you and texted you like a week ago. I said, "Where the boat at? Come on, man! I'm trying to get out on the boat. Where the boat at, Pope? You supposed to be the boat friend."
I know of a boat or two, but they charge it. The price done spiked up. They're doing premiums now: $400, $500, BYOB. Come on now, I can't do all that. I'll be watching from the harbor and waving at them.
Catch me on the Riverwalk for a second. I mean, one event that recently got announced, but it's still months out. I want to get y'all take on it. I think for the first time in 5 years, Ye has announced yet another show at Soldier Field in celebration of his album Bully that dropped in March. Honestly, I've not listened to it. And so, Pope, I got to turn to you. How you feeling about this?
Yeah, so September 3rd and 4th, Kanye West, Chicago guy, he's back, Soldier Field. When he does a Soldier Field show, it's usually pretty dope. This is 1 week before the Bears kick off the season, so that's also pretty interesting. Look, it's part of his Bully tour. I also have not really spent time on the album because to me, Kanye West is more of a thing of the past. And I kind of treat him as like, the old Kanye, who is this legendary artist who passed away. And then you got this like new thing that just I don't recognize. I was at that 2021 Donda show, right? If it's anything like that, it's probably not going to be worth your money because
and the tickets are like starting around like what, 250, 260 from what I saw.
Exactly. It's two shows though, so the prices may come down if you wait. So if you really want to see him, there you go. But the Donda show problem that was going on, I was down below and we had great acoustics. That, it was that burning house of a replica of his South Shore home. But then I was told everybody else, like, if you were up in 200 or higher or the suites, you couldn't hear anything. The acoustics were terrible. And that's weird for Kanye to not pay attention to stuff like that. So that kind of ruined a little bit of the trust in the brand for me of Kanye West. It was like, dang, you just kind of like halving a live show like this and just running the aux and not really thinking about like the experience. And so if this is anything like that, which I have no reason to believe it wouldn't be, you might want to save your coins. But overall, I mean, there's a discussion to be had. This man has done so many heinous things. He said so many heinous things about so many communities. And it just continues that whole debate about separating artists from the art. It feels like Chicago has to do it a lot because we get more and more folks that just got some grimy activities. And so I don't think I'm going to be in attendance. But if somebody get me a free ticket, maybe I'll be there quietly.
You're going to be like Bron at the pop out, like Anna, do you care? Did this news cross your radar? Were you like, are you going to be somebody protesting him coming to Soldier Field? What are your thoughts on this?
No, Ye doesn't deserve any of that energy. And no, I totally was not aware he was even coming to Chicago.
Breaking news.
It is so wild because I loved it. Like College Dropout, it was a time in my life I was an actual DJ. You know what I mean? And that album, I played it so much in the club. And it was just, there was so much like love because he was from Chicago. He was from the South Side. His mom, and he is so far away from that human that I can't even spend a dime on that man at all.
Isn't it sad that, like, who would have thought if you just like lived in that Kanye era of Dropout to, like, I'd say Dark Twisted Fantasy, that the idea of him having a tour at Soldier Field would be an afterthought. Like, it feels to me not 100%. As big as it possibly could be. Like, when Beyonce announced that she's going to do a tour, that's the level Kanye was on for a long time. And now it's like, oh, Kanye's at Soldier Field? Yeah.
I mean, I've seen tour bands, protests, advocacy groups coming out, asking them to cancel the shows. But I have also seen friends who work on the tours, people who are grabbing tickets, who are excited. Yep. When them Chris Brown Usher tickets got announced, I know a lot of people that was like, I'm gonna be up in there. So like, do you still expect it to sell out? Is he still at a level where there are enough people who are going to fill up 2 days of Soldier Field?
He'll sell out both nights. I'm basing that off of what he's done so far on this tour. That LA show at SoFi was sold out. The show he did overseas sold out. Of course, I feel like Chicago, his home, is not going to be any different. And I think we also have to remember, if we're going to be really honest, Kanye's audience has shifted over time. And so the people who are going to be selling out that place are not going to look a lot like you and me. Just saying.
I didn't see a lot of niggas say they was gonna be up in there. I mean, I agree with what you're saying.
They're gonna be there. They're gonna be there. But the sellout's gonna be his fan base is now not so much just us. It's gonna be a lot of other folks too. But yeah, there's definitely some people I've been talking to who are excited about this. And hey, look, at the end of the day, I have no right to tell somebody how to feel about Kanye West's music. It's subjective at the end of the day. And if that's what you want to listen to, if you like the music, you like the music. But I'll tell you what, sometimes I just, when it comes to paying money for something, we've been there before. We've talked about this. I gotta be enthusiastic.
I ain't spent direct money on Ye since. It's been a long time. But like y'all said earlier, I remember, like, what was it? Maybe I can't even, when Graduation or when My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy dropped, like driving to Best Buy, running in there, grabbing it, pulling out this, throwing it in, getting the whole artwork out.
Era, man.
That's decades ago now. And do y'all put any stock in the apology letter? And
I think he did the apology in Wall Street Journal, right?
Okay, that's what it was. Okay,
and that was the weird part for me, which really was the tell. Who is that apology for? It is for him to get forgiven by businesses and industry so he can start doing shows again. It's all capitalism. He ain't. This man has had to apologize so many times and then goes back to doing what he did before.
You know what I'm saying? If he ain't doing another apology on like WGCI, it ain't real. It ain't for the people, okay? If he ain't going on GCI, it ain't real.
I'm tired of the Kanye apologies. I'm sick of it.
I'm over it.
He on apology number 19 at this point. Bruh, at some point you gotta learn.
This is the brother that went from George Bush don't care about black people to wearing a MAGA hat. I just can't. Yeah. I just can't.
And wearing a Ku Klux Klan, and Nazi symbols. Like, bro, you've been tweaking. And you think we just gonna let a Wall Street Journal spread something we don't even read? I gotta pay a subscription to even read it.
Nah,
like, you think that's gonna make? Oh, that's cool. It's all good, bro. I appreciate you. Like, what? Bro, you better run that stuff in the Tribe or Chicago Defender. You wasn't doing that for us. Like that, man.
Yeah, if you're listening and you got opinions, please let them be heard. 773-780-0246, and you may end up hearing yourself on the podcast.
The weather is finally warming up, and maybe you like me and you dreaming about getting away, right? Maybe getting outside your comfort zone, taking a break, relaxing by some water, seeing something brand new.
But what if I told you you ain't gotta go quite as far as you think to accomplish all of that? That's because Illinois is literally in the middle of everything. We can get out in nature in breathtaking state parks and epic national forests for hiking, biking, all around adventuring, or explore Illinois' small town charm, or visit some of the state historical sites like Lincoln's Crib, or maybe embark on the ideal road trip celebrating 100 years of Route 66 with giant attractions along the 300-mile route. Or maybe we just go ahead and kick back in Chicago. Finally take in the lakefront, the museums, the shows we promised ourselves we're gonna do all year and never get around to. However you're looking to get away, even if you stay at home, find just what you're looking for and a little more at enjoyillinois.com. If you've been meaning to check out An Enemy of the People at Timeline Theater, don't wait. Yeah, they've extended the run, but it must close June 27th. In case you haven't heard any of the rave reviews about the show, it's Amy Herzog's new version of Henrik Ibsen's masterpiece. An Enemy of the People follows this small-town doctor who raises alarm about a public health threat and slowly but surely ends up becoming the target of the very community they're trying to protect. With 4 stars from the Chicago Tribune, the show takes on big questions about integrity, truth, and what happens when standing up for what's right puts you at odds with everyone around you. The kind of theater that people are still talking about on the way home. Plus, you get to see the Chicago premiere at Timeline's new home at 5035 North Broadway in Uptown. I was just driving by it and it looks beautiful. But again, An Enemy of the People must close June 27th. So get your tickets now at timelinetheater.com. So Anna, you wanted to talk to us about an amazing event that's going down today. It's a partnership between Brave Space Alliance and Transformative Justice Law Project. We're talking about life-affirming and life-saving resources here. Tell us more.
Yeah, I wanted to highlight this. It is happening today, but it's also happening every month. So this is an ongoing event that I think more folks should know about, because we all think that, or I think a vast majority of folks think that you got to go to the North Side to get LGBTQ services, when in fact you don't, right? Brave Space Alliance is located in Hyde Park. And they, like you said, Kobe, they've partnered with the Transformative Justice Law Project to provide what they call a name-changing clinic, right? So you can come here if you're looking to change your name or change your gender marker on any of your IDs. And the services are completely free. And I think that that's also something to remember. And that's something that's really special, is that it is free. And even if you don't come or you don't know where to find your birth certificate, they say come anyway. We can help you start that process so you can get your birth certificate. And then you can come back the following month to finish all of the stuff you need to do for the name changing process. And when we're living in this country right now, where the federal government executive orders, all of the court stuff is happening every single day, it's really hard to keep up with what I can do, what I can't do, where I can do it, when I can do it. And so it is helpful, so helpful to have people like Brave Space and the Transformative Justice Law Project to consult with around, what can I do? What IDs do I need? How long is it going to take? You know, especially in this environment right now where you can't even get the proper gender marker on your passport, right? So you got to really figure out what your ID situation looks like. And we're supposed to have real IDs in this moment and all the things. So I just wanted to uplift this name-changing clinic. It is happening today. The next one will be August 19th, September 16th, October 21st, November 18th, December 16th. Right. So get locked in, join Brave Space's newsletter, the Transformative Justice Law Project, if you want to stay on top of this. But I just think it's a really dope service, right? Direct service that they're providing.
We're going to drop a link in our show notes. They also have a wait list for virtual assistance, or if you live outside of Cook County and can't make your way to Hyde Park for one of these monthly clinics. Can you tell me more about the financial part of this? You said there's a process for potentially getting financial assistance. How much does it cost to go through the name change process for somebody?
So the costs vary based upon the type of ID that you're looking to change and the documents that you may or may not have to get it all done. So it is quite the wide range. So it's helpful to get all that information because they also might have scholarships where you don't have to pay. Like
Okay.
so many of these orgs are getting funding to provide these services. So I think it's also helpful to go just to figure out what you can get without having to pay anything. And I think it's helpful for me to tell you what time this is taking place. It's taking place from 1 to 4 p.m.
Mhm.
At Brave Space. And they just ask that you bring your photo ID and your birth certificate. And if you don't have either one of those, still come and they can help you and assist you. And they also made a special point here to say that if you have any criminal convictions and are seeking a name change, to please bring any and all information related to your case when you visit the clinic, and they can help you navigate that too.
I'm on the website now, and they say in the state of Illinois, you do not need a name change order to change your gender marker on state-issued forms of identification like birth certificates, state IDs, driver's license, and marriage licenses. Likewise, you don't need a name change order to change your gender marker on federal forms like passports and social security cards. However, you may need a change order for identity documents from other states. And so, like you said, they can provide people with a complete start to finish explanation and guidance through this process.
100%, because everybody's case is a little different.
And if you need to go through the courts, it can definitely get a lot more expensive. I've learned about a lot about like the violence of dead naming people, right? The disrespect people feel and not having their pronouns, their name properly recognized. You know, can you talk about like the importance of services like this?
Yeah, for me, it really centers around safety.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So if you're out here in the world and you're someone who in general passes, right? If you have an ID that doesn't match your outward appearance, you are automatically being outed without opening your mouth, without having to say a word if you're asked for your ID. And that immediately puts you in an unsafe position. Right. Now, what you're talking about is the harm that comes with dead naming somebody or misgendering somebody. And that's a whole different type of harm that can happen and a whole different type of safety. But my initial thoughts when I think about the importance of your ID and your gender markers matching your outward appearance is all about safety.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is not understanding of our trans siblings. Everybody doesn't understand. Some people out here flat out hate and believe, all of this anti-trans rhetoric. And so the last thing you want to be doing, right, is going to try to take care of some business and being outed, right, and being in an unsafe position. So I think for me, that's why it is so important that these types of clinics exist.
Yeah. Again, dead naming is referring to whether a transgender, non-binary, or individual's birth name or their former name. Again, that refers to the dead name. And I've seen it used accidentally. I've done it accidentally and had to self-correct. And I've also seen it done quite intentionally to harass people, to disrespect people, both inside and outside of people's family. And like you said, Anna, I think, respecting people's wishes, like letting people live their lives, giving people space to move through their identity and to show up the way they best see fit, the way that makes them feel most comfortable is highest priority. But it is one thing, how your community, how your family, how people refer to you. And like you said, it's a whole nother level in terms of what's on your ID, what's on your birth certificate. And so again, resources like the ones provided from Brave Space Alliance and the Transformative Justice Law Project are crucial, and we want to continue to amplify the work that they're doing.
And can I say, as Black people too, people changing their names is not new to us. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is obviously for me, it's just a choice when you choose not to use someone's name that they want or prefer to go by. I mean, I think Muhammad Ali is the best case that we have in our community. When he changed his name and those reporters would call him Cassius Clay, child, he read them for filth. He said, my name is Muhammad Ali, period. That's what you're supposed to call me. I think it is really that simple. We get caught up in trying to understand or all this other. Child.
Before we get out of here, earlier we were talking about the Obama Presidential Center and Library, which is opening this week and weekend. If you didn't cop tickets, at some point you'll probably get your hands on them. But like I've been telling people, you can't enjoy other aspects of the campus. But there are other great museums in Chicago, big and small. They got some fantastic exhibits going on right now. And so I want to hear from y'all. What are some other museums people should stop by, or some other tickets you're picking up right now? I'll start us off. I'm really excited about the costumes of Paul Tazewell. That's at MSI. I think everybody should go see it before it's gone. I love the National Museum of Mexican Art. They got a couple things going on right now, including Under Pressure, Chicago, and then 3,000 Years of Spiritual Expression. And then the Haitian American Museum, just their consistent art that they have in there day in and day out, but also events like their monthly Compa Soiree, which is going down this week. That's just a few places I'll name to get us started off. What about y'all? Where are some places you grabbing tickets to?
Well, that's a very artsy breakdown from you. I'm going to say the Pokemon fossil exhibit over at the Field Museum. It teaches us all about archaeology, but also little poke fun. And Chicago's becoming a Pokemon capital of the world. So it continues. You can also get a little Pikachu plush. It's very, very fun. Very fun.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about grabbing one of them Pokemon Lego sets soon enough, but I got too many that I need to build right now.
I have just reached like level 57 on Pokemon Go. So please clap.
I got you, Jib. I got you, Jib. And what about you? What you getting tickets for?
I don't need a ticket, but I do this summer want to make an intentional visit to the Gerber Hart Archives, Library and Archives, because it truly is on the other side of the city for me. So it is something I have to intentionally set aside my day to go do. But I just highlighted their podcast, Unboxing Queer History. And I just want to go there and really spend a day. They actually... In our podcast salon, she told me about the fact that they actually want to collect your erotica, and they have a whole room dedicated to this because it shows the expansiveness of queer culture. And I'm like, child, I had no idea. I just want to go there and explore the Black Queer Archives and the erotica section.
If people are not familiar, the Gerber Hart Library and Archives is 45 this year. And the goal is to make accessible, preserve, and collect the history and culture of LGBTQ plus communities in Chicago and the broader Midwest up in Edgewater. A couple more. The MCA currently has Dance in the Revolution, from dance hall to reggaeton. And then, Anna, when you're down there at the Dusabu, maybe you haven't already, checked out Paris in Black, which is the ongoing exhibition there. And so,
all right, very good.
I forgot the title of this, but there is a amazing acrylic long mural at the Art Institute. It's breathtaking. And
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I got a whole video of it, like walking past. I almost bumped into some white guy.
Yes, and it's just, there's so much detail and storytelling within it that I've actually gone back to it like 2 times now, just to try to. You pick up something new each time.
Rakeev Shaw, Paradise Lost.
Paradise Lost.
Yes.
That is the one.
It is gorgeous.
Yes.
Absolutely beautiful.
It blew me away. I've had to go back. There's so many layers to it, from religion to violence and genocide to generational trauma. There's the joy of love and play, the tragedy of it as well. Like, there's some layers to that piece. It is beautiful. It is violent. It is breathtaking. And when you talk about like getting lost in a piece, like that immediately comes to mind. I encourage everyone, if you're just going to go for one piece, that's the one. Sit there for a little bit. It's nice.
It's over 100 feet wide. It's 21 panels, and it's the first time all 4 chapters of Paradise Lost have been shown at the same time. I didn't even know it was there the last time I was visiting the Art Institute. Bro.
Yeah.
And nobody was in there the day I went. And so I had a little bit of time to just take video, get up. You can really get pretty close to it, obviously without touching the thing. But, it's so beautiful.
Definitely, I recommend taking an edible and checking it out, too. Whole different experience.
And I'm going to be lifted regardless.
I do have one other one I want to uplift. It's Martin Wong, Chinatown, USA at Wrightwood 659.
Okay.
So Wrightwood 659, it's a contemporary exhibition space, and they have all types of exhibits, but they do have a center on LGBTQ work. And it's in the middle of the neighborhood. Child, I'm sure if you live in Lakeview, you probably walked right past it because the address literally is 659 West Wrightwood Avenue. But this exhibit...
It's like a couple blocks away from Lincoln Park.
Yes. And this is the first U.S. exhibit since 2017 of Martin Wong's work. And it's featuring over 100 paintings, sculptures, drawings, and photographs. And his stuff, it is huge. The colors are bright and vibrant, and it's really beautiful.
You would if you fucking with this, you would really love the joint Pope was just talking about at the Rakib Shaw joint at the
100%. The moment I saw it,
this is beautiful.
It reminded me. Yeah, it reminded me of this. Martin Wong, he actually died in 99 at 53 from an AIDS-related illness. So, he's one of the people who we lost in that generation. But grateful that they were able to gather so much of his work. And you can get your tickets, wrightwood659.org. And it's going to be here through July.
Hey, let's go band for band with the exhibits then. Blanc Gallery down in Bronzeville. It's currently showing From Memory to Movement, Emmett at 85. And it's a group art exhibition commemorating what would have been Emmett Till's 85th birthday. Some of the artists, Bryant Lamont, Candace Hunter, John Caleb Pendleton, from Planks and Pistols, Bernard Williams, Paul Bratton, Raymond Thompson, just to name a few, because I could keep going. And Tanika Lewis Johnson. I gotta say Tanika anytime she pops up. So that's an exhibition people should definitely make time for. Let me see what the running dates on that are. It opened up earlier this month and it's going to close July 26th. And so definitely get over there and check that out. Elephant Room Gallery. I just picked up a couple pieces from them. They are doing rotating artists every weekend. I just grabbed 2 pieces from Cujo Da. And they so beautiful, y'all. It's these duo pieces. It's Tupac is Piccolo and Biggie is Majin Buu. Those are 2 characters from Dragon Ball Z. What? I know, right? It's wild. I saw them and immediately had to grab them. They was fire. And so shout out to Joe. But yeah, if y'all got any galleries or museums y'all want to put us on, big or small, please reach out to us 773-780-0246. I want to give a huge thank you to our guest today. It is always a pleasure having y'all with us. Anna Deshawn, thank you for making time for the podcast.
Always good to be here.
And Brandon Pope, we appreciate you sliding on us.
Always great. You guys are a time every single time. I appreciate y'all.
For everybody listening, I appreciate y'all being here for CityCast Chicago. Share us with your friends and family. Every episode ends the exact same way, and that is with some good news. And today I want to shout out the 2026 Chicago Dragon Boat Race for Literacy, which is going down this Saturday at Ping Tom Memorial Park in Chinatown, following the Dragon Boat Festival is going down on Friday. See, there is plenty of things to do this weekend. And so if possible and available to you, get out, enjoy Chicago, take some pictures, send them to us. Let us know what you're getting into this weekend, because I know we're going to be out here active. We're going to be back bright and early tomorrow. I will talk to you then. Peace.